light. Darkness. A balance.
It's so much bigger. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
All right, gamers, geeks, and other delinquents from the outer realms, it's time for the Gamers in Beta podcast with Captain Mike M.
That is a travesty of the highest order I've ever fucking seen one.
Featuring assorted co-hosts, J Maniac 17.
What the fuck was that all about?
Corey Atwood.
It's not my fault you guys all have shitty taste.
Sean Quicksilver 3355.
Well, maybe you should look it up.
And Joe State.
That game sucks, dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 196 of the Gamers in Beta podcast. Captain Mike M. We are recording on a rare Friday night. It is the Easter weekend for the believers out there, or Zombie Jesus weekend for the non-believers. Joined tonight by Joe State and what do you call it this week, Sean? Lucky Phantasm?
Yeah, that'd be me, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Just wanted to check.
Lucky orgasm.
Corey is at a WWE/bachelor party weekend event. Corey has more friends than probably anybody else I know because he's been at more bachelor parties this last year. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess it's good to have friends. I wouldn't know. And we tried to get Jay on the show tonight, but he was having terrible internet connection issues, so he gracefully bowed out, and now he's sitting at home. I'm just imagining him right now staying at home, either throwing shit, drinking himself silly, or just sitting in a corner with his arms folded and kicking like a toddler, very upset.
He's already silly, so to drink himself that way would kind of be difficult. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
He's got tears in his beer, man.
We love you, Jay. Love you.
So, Joe, we haven't talked to you in a little bit, and I think the last time we spoke, you were just getting ready to go to Disney. Is that correct?
Yeah, it has been 1 minute.
Yes. And how were those minutes at Disney?
We went on vacation. Oh, snap. I just hella interrupted you. So sorry.
Tell us about Disney.
Well, it was awesome. We went we planned on going for 4 days. We drove down there. Driving down there sucks. It's like a 16-hour drive from here. And I did not want to make a 16-hour drive straight through with 2 kids, so we ended up stopping halfway down at a hotel. So we ended up getting there. We checked into our hotel, went straight to the park. Went there for 4 days. Well, there's 2 parks. There's Disneyland and then California Adventure, but they're both like considered, like Disneyland or whatever. But we went there, hung out. We went to Disneyland the first day, California Adventure the second, and then 2 more days of Disneyland. And then the night we got back from Disneyland, our final night, we got a payment from Amazon because we have a bunch of affiliate links. And enough of the people that watch our YouTube channel had bought stuff using our affiliate links to where we got a pretty significant payment that we were not expecting, and we were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna stay an extra day, I guess." And so we extended our park passes, and we got another night at the hotel, and boom, went for another day. Got another day at California Adventure, and then we had to drive back up, and that sucked.
Damn. Now the little ones, they were really excited about being there and stuff like that.
Oh man, they loved it. They liked meeting all the characters. They liked the rides. Dez was kind of a wimp when it came to any ride that like had height as a thing. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm afraid of heights."
I can relate.
Yeah, but like when you're like a 7-year-old, how the fuck are you already afraid of heights?
Well,
you haven't had any traumatic experiences regarding height, so how do you have that fear?
Well, when I was 7, I fell out of a tree onto my face, so I've had a fear since I was 7.
I mean, that's reasonable, though.
Sean, that explains so much.
Have fallen.
I know, doesn't it?
But Delilah was a fucking roller coaster junkie. We went on I can't even remember the name, but it's like a railroad roller coaster. We went on that like 5 times in 2 days. She loved it, and then we went on all the other kind of roller coaster rides a couple times because of her love for the fast rides.
And Joe, is there some place we could see this?
Well, as a matter of fact, yeah, we vlogged all 5 days, and we put them up on YouTube. So it's on our States Place channel. You can look it up. There are recent videos on our channel. You can also look for eBay to Disneyland. That's another one.
Excellent. Well, happy to hear that it was a great time. I've been there myself in the Anaheim area, right? Mm-hmm. Did you stay right in the park, or did you stay outside the park?
We stayed at this new hotel that opened up like 3 months ago, actually. And it's super nice, and it's only about a block away from the park. So,
yeah, we were at I'm not sure if it was a Holiday Inn. I'm not sure what it was. It was right around the corner. From our hotel window, we could see the fireworks and everything.
Nice. Yeah, there's Disneyland, and then right across from Disneyland, there's a bunch of like smaller hotels right there and shops. But and then right behind all those, this giant parking lot that all the Disney cast members park at. Disney just bought almost all the stuff there, and they're going to be expanding and building a third park that goes there. Possibly Marvel Land, possibly Star Wars. So once all that stuff gets put up, the only thing there, or the only thing next to that is going to be the hotel that we stayed at. And so they got like the prime real estate where they just built this hotel as soon as that new land opens.
Excellent. Well, next time I'm in the area, I'll have to check it out. My kids aren't so impressed with it. They're not big into Disney stuff, so we've gone, and they're kind of like, we've been there, like we're asking if they want to go back, and they're like, no, not really. So
my kids are like the prime age, though. They're like 4 and 7, and then Nicole is obsessed with Disneyland itself and Walt Disney. So she's like really into the history of everything and obsessed with that stuff. So she's like a kid when we go there too.
Couldn't tell about the mouse ears she was wearing regularly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into some of these news items right off the top. Some of the bigger items this week. Nintendo ends production on the NES Classic. I don't think this is really a surprise to anybody. Nintendo, at least the way I envision them, this is probably thought of as a niche product, something that was just a timed exclusive, if you will. And I could easily see them, ending the production on this. Is this something that caught you off guard, Joe?
I didn't really expect them to just full out, I guess, cancel it. But yeah, it totally makes sense. I guess I'm not surprised, but I wasn't expecting it. I wish I saved the box.
Damn it.
I wish I saved the box for mine because, being an eBay seller,
right.
Eventually the demand is going to go up hella high on this since it's getting fully canceled. and I have 2 controllers. And I was reading they only restocked the controllers like one time after the initial launch.
Yeah, their quote says, "We understand that it has been difficult for many consumers to find a system, and for that we apologize. We have paid close attention to consumer feedback, and we greatly appreciate the incredible level of consumer interest and support for this product." But, yeah, no longer going to be rolling off the assembly lines. I'm not too upset. You can play those games everywhere else pretty much, so... Right. I know some people wanted it, but...
Caveat, go spend money on the virtual console.
Right. That's probably what they would want you to do once they roll that out to the Switch.
Mm.
Speaking of the Switch, it has sold very close to 1 million units. Actually, Zelda sold more than the console itself. I think Zelda sold like 1.2 or 1.3 million. And the Switch was just a little over 900,000 units so far.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep. And that's still hard to find.
That includes Wii U, then, for the Zelda?
That's a good question. I'm sure in this article here, if I read it all the way through, it will tell me that. But just, yeah, I think the total number was 1.3. Which is interesting. You know, some people are making the case that there's people out there buying Zelda in anticipation of themselves finding the Switch or getting the Switch down the road. Maybe they got it on a sale or cashed in some of their, coupons or something like that, and they're just holding the game in reserve until they actually can find a system.
Mm.
And then there's some people out there that bought 15,000 copies of it so they could flip them, Those people,
Oh, scumbags, really.
Yeah. Still not on your radar, right, Joe?
I still, the Switch is not, but I mean, I still want to play Zelda. I want to get that on the Wii U, at least. I'll get the Switch eventually, but right now we're trying to ramp the business. We just hired a couple employees. So as long as once things get started with them and they're actually making us money instead of costing us a little bit of money, then at that point I can look into having a little bit more leisure time.
What's your name again? Sean, yes.
Jesus fucking Christ, are you kidding me over here?
I just worked a fucking long day, Sean. Cut me some slack, all right?
Hey, listen, motherfucker, I've been working a long day too, okay? So give me that shit.
All right. I'm just remember your name is Sean.
Yes.
Not on your radar at all yet, right?
Well, no, I want to get a Switch, but I'm going to wait till a few more titles come out before I think about picking one up.
That fucking Zelda thing, I'm going to be playing that till 2018. I don't need any more titles on that system.
Play till Mario comes out.
See, I never played much Zelda. I think I played one of the original ones on the NES, but that was it.
No, you'll love it. You'll love it.
So
good. Joe, I really need your opinion on these next two. We're going to talk some Project Scorpio. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh my God, we're going to talk about Xbox shit when Jay's not around? We're actually going to be able to get through this in like 5 fucking seconds. Go.
So as the no-brainer, no surprise, Scorpio has been confirmed to be revealed at E3. I think I put in the show notes here, released. That was a mistake. Reveal is going to be at E3. And I think that's comes to the surprise of no one. I think that's been the plan all along.
Oprah's just going to be at E3. You get a Scorpio, and you get a Scorpio.
Everybody gets a Scorpio. Because it is the most powerful console, in case you haven't heard. There have been some prototypes kicked around. If you look at that second article there is one that looks very, very similar to the Xbox One S and the original Xbox One. It looks like just as wide, but not as, I'd say, thick. Not as thick.
That's what she said.
But it's got a lot more buttons on it. I don't know. It's got like five or six buttons on the front. Not sure what that's all going to be about, but it's just a prototype at this point, and it doesn't really look anything, totally different than what you expect. No change in the form factor, right? Nothing
It
unusual
looks
about it.
quite like a box,
Yep,
one would say.
exactly.
Very on brand.
A box. Yeah.
White on the top and then black on the bottom.
So I like them.
Just like the porn you watch, right, right, Sean?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, it's good to have Joe back.
The thickness.
And last news item here before we get into some questions of the week and stuff like that. The Star Wars trailer has been released.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. What'd you guys think of that?
Oh, it's fucking sweet, dude. I can't wait.
It's so sick. I can't wait at all. Oh, man. I'm not going to spoil the teaser, but at the end, I was like, what? Did you just say that? What the fuck? So, yeah.
Now, did the second one come out? Someone said there was going to be another one today.
Oh, I didn't see one. Yeah.
I think that was the only one. I must have misunderstood what I was reading. But either way, super dope.
So The Last Jedi comes out on December 15th, right?
That's the date.
Yep.
Except on the trailer, it says this Christmas. So I don't get it.
Well, I think they consider it time in December, Christmas time. I think it's
All right, fuck it.
it's the movies. They do whatever the fuck
It's
they
the
want.
day after my birthday. That means I'll be able to catch like a midnight release on my birthday.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. Is that something you would see like day and date, first day it comes out, or is that something you wait on?
No, I'm definitely going to see it day and date, I think, this time.
I don't think I saw it day and date last time just because I like the fervor to die down a little bit. But since it's going to be my birthday, maybe I'll treat myself.
What day is your birthday again?
December 14th.
Everybody write that down now.
Don't forget it, guys.
Second greatest day of the year.
Coldest day in December.
How apropos.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the question of the week. We don't have Corey with us, so we can't play our nifty little sound effect. And I will host a segment as well. Look at that. The question that we asked everybody is, what's most important to you when choosing a platform and why? And we have a plethora of responses. Sean, why don't you kick this off and read some of these for us?
All right. So we got Plop Ploop. The gaming selection and price of a platform are the most important reasons. However, overall features such as processor, hard drive, size, and image quality would be next factor in my decision. Additionally, the pricing for accessories such as controllers, compatible headsets, and so forth to help increase the potential of the platform. I think that's basically what all of us probably do. And then we have Glovebox from the 40cast. I would say game selection is my most important. I usually buy new tech no matter what, but what I play on the system by far is the most important.
I hear that. All right, we got Skyfox. He says, it's been a while since I've had to choose a major platform to play, since the PS4 and Xbox One gen anyhow. But to me, it was exclusives. Got to agree with Glovebox, because essentially that's the reason why you choose and become a fan of either or, if you had to pick one. Another major factor was the online community. Not to hate on either community, because they both have their pros and cons, but I find that the PS4 community was a bit more mature in terms of communication and cooperative gameplay. There's just too many children on Xbox Live, and that's why it drove me away from the COD online experience. I can't tell you how many youngins had to tell me they fucked my mother on Xbox Live. Hey now.
Hey now.
All right, Shownuff71, formerly of Gamer Husbands Radio. I go where the games are, always did. If a platform has titles exclusive to it, then I want to play. Or where my friends are, I'm there. The only place to play Tron games was in television, so I had that. Only place to play Turbo and Frenzy was ColecoVision, so I had that. That core premise from back in the day hasn't changed for me gaming-wise in the here and now. Now let me get out my reading glasses and read this. This is a very deep thought here from Runer 2.
Deep thought.
The one with the most flops. That's all that matters. The last 40 years of games are meaningless without 4K UHD, you know. The only really way to play. Hope that sufficed, Jeremy. And lastly, Indio Techno says, where my friends are at. The PS4, motherfucker.
Ba, 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 ba.
I mean, he has friends. Oh. Los says, games and loyalty. Nintendo and Sony and I have history. We go way back, and I know what they can do. So if they're launching a new console, I know I'll get in on the ground floor, because their library will be worth it in time. I skipped the 360 knowing the PS3 was coming later and got the PS3 day one. All $600 of it. And I didn't get a 360 till like a year later for Mass Effect. That said, I just sold my Xbox One because the games on it... the games it has don't interest me. And it was going unplayed, and there was nothing on the horizon that I cared for. It taught me that I won't jump into another MS console unless it already has a good bunch of games that I really want to play. I'm looking at you, Scorpio. You hear me die inside a little when I read that? Next up is Prometheus. And they say, open and freedom of choice. This is why I choose the PC as my platform. The PC is a free market and benefits in many ways from this. I upgrade my hardware when I want to, not when a vendor decides they want. Ultimate backward compatibility. I can still play games made 20 plus years ago. I can play almost any console platform via emulation software. Freedom to use a wide range of controllers, keyboards, wheels, flight sticks, you name it. Loads of voice and video chat options. I can buy my games for a number of online stores, which creates great pricing and directly benefits me, the customer. Mods can extend or alter almost every game I play, as well as the many other utilities that a PC offers outside of gaming. From video or photo editing, office software, and web browsing.
Whew.
Damn.
Man. I'll tell you what, having Discord as the outlet for this stuff is definitely makes it a lot better to get the full opinion of people.
Well, Sean, why don't you go next? Because he just touched upon PC there, and that's your platform of choice. Do you want to echo his sentiments or disagree?
I'll echo No, I agree with his sentiments for the most part. But my problem is that I've been in a conundrum as of lately because I really want to play Horizon Zero Dawn because that looks like my kind of game. But I don't. It's hard to pick up a console just for one game. Like I don't want to just do that. So I'm kind of having. I want to pool my money together because I'm going to pick up a console. I don't think it's going to be an Xbox this time. I do think it's going to be the PS4 Pro. I'm not sure yet, but for the most part, PC is my platform that I play most of my games on. But with the exclusive things, it's tough because obviously it's not going to come to PC or Microsoft. So with that being said, I don't really need an Xbox because most of their stuff will come to PC eventually. So
now, do you have a 4K UHD TV?
Not yet, but they're coming down in price, so I'll probably end up picking one up. Mm-hmm. So,
and I don't even feel like I need to ask this question to Joe, but just to be very well-rounded on the show, why do you pick the platform you pick, Joe?
Well, the question is what is most important to you when choosing a platform and why? Mm-hmm. What's most important to me is that it says PlayStation or Nintendo on it. And the reason why is because I just prefer those. I have bias towards those. I have no interest in an Xbox. I never have. Xbox has never put out a game other than Sunset Overdrive that has ever interested me. And so that's just what I'm going to stick with because I'm comfortable there and happy there. And plus, if I ever want to play a Microsoft game at this point, I can just use my PC.
True. For the first party stuff, yep. Very true.
Bam. And a half.
Yep. I fall into, I think, Glovebox's answer. Me and him, we buy it all. We want the latest and greatest. We want to touch it all, have it all. So that's an unfortunate side of our, I guess, habits, our lifestyle. But I think ultimately it comes down to what's going to be the experience that does not drive me up the wall and make me fucking crazy. Because when it comes to gaming, I want to relax, I want to enjoy, I want to have fun. I don't want to be irritated. And I don't get those types of experiences when I'm on, the Nintendo Switch or most of the time with PlayStation. Unfortunately, the incident happened a few weeks ago that we won't talk about. But Xbox 360, I felt very similar to where I'm at now with the PS4. Unfortunately, not this generation around, but I am, I guess, rare like Lovebox. We buy them all, and then we play them, we experience them, and then we sort of naturally gravitate to the experience that it gets better over time and that we enjoy. I think it has very little to do with who's playing, what friends are on what system. And more comes down to the user experience and the games that they can offer me. In this generation, it's the PS4. And the Switch is a very close second. I'm loving my Switch. Sean, why don't you tell everybody what the question of the week is for next week?
All right. Next week's question of the week will be, what game do you think is underrated and why? Do you have any that come to mind? Don't answer, but do you have some that come to your mind, Sean? Mm-hmm. Yep, I do. That's why I was thinking. I've been thinking about this all week because I want to try to contribute more here to the Gamers in Beta. So I'm trying to think of questions as I'm going through my week of my 10-hour drive that I have every day.
That's 5 hours each way?
Yeah, it's 5 hours each way.
Harsh.
Well, I could do it better in a car. Obviously, it'd be about 4.5. But yeah, with a truck, it's 10 hours. It's 5 hours.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's move into what we have been playing here, Joe. Since you haven't been on in a hot minute, why don't you tell everybody what you've been playing?
1 hot minute. Right. Well, I've been playing a game that is totally not typical for me. It is called Thimbleweed Park. It is a point-and-click adventure game. It's made by Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick, who are the creators of Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion. And it was, I believe it was Kickstarted, actually, and successfully crowdfunded. It came out, it's there, and people that are into those kind of games seem to be digging it. Now, I have not really been into one of those games, but I watched a quick look of it on Giant Bomb, and it caught my interest, and so I picked it up. It's on Steam for $20, and it's like you're playing a murder mystery. You're trying to solve that kind of stuff. It's got a bunch of little gags and humor. You're playing as these two main characters that are basically Mulder and Scully from the X-Files. It's super sarcastic, incredibly snarky, and it's fun learning the nuances of this kind of game since it's never been my kind of game before. And it was just the humor alone just kind of got me to branch out and give it a try.
I mean, sarcastic and snarky, Joe. Come on now. That sounds like your kind of game. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. It's exactly why I picked it up. I was just like, well, this has got ludicrous humor. It's very referential and like, it's just it's kind of meta. It's aware of itself, and it's got me going. They have, since those creators used to work for Lucasfilm Interactive, when they made all those other games, that style of adventure game or point and click adventure game. They point a lot of their humor towards that kind of stuff. They make a lot of jokes about mucus phlegm interactive. And,
nice.
Yeah, so that stuff's it's got me cracking up a couple times. Just
Mucus phlegm.
Yep, taking jabs at their old employers.
Sounds like a good band name, Mucus Phlegm.
You say you're playing that on Steam, right?
Yeah, playing it on the old Steam, 20 bones.
And that's a pixel, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Pixel artwork.
Yeah, you could say that for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, this has been a very popular game on Twitter. I see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, it's super niche market. Not a lot of people are into that style of game, especially nowadays, since a lot of the people gaming are a lot younger. But I figured I would try it since it's never been my kind of bag. It's something new to try.
I think it's done all right for itself. Like I said, a lot of people have been talking about it, so it was.
I'm gonna check it out.
As I like to say, it is 1 week. It was sort of the flavor of the week.
Yeah, I got the. Oh no, I can't even think of the game now. All of a sudden, what's it called? The farming sim that came out for a little bit, and the Stardew Valley. It got the Stardew Valley treatment.
Yep.
It's a funny couple of weeks there though, because Thimbleweed Park and Yooka-Laylee both came out, and those are both like retro style, crowd-funded games, huh?
Yeah, Yooka-Laylee. I might check that out when it comes to the Switch. For right now, I'm holding off.
It looks like it's definitely exactly what they advertised from what I've watched.
Yeah, I would say that. I think that's accurate, and then is that a game people want to be playing in 2017? Remains to be seen.
Right.
And we'll see. Anything else, Joe?
No, that's it. That is it.
All right, Sean, how about yourself?
Well, I'm playing some more Mass Effect Andromeda. No rants this week. It's all good. I am up to just about now 3 planets that are 100%. I've 100%ed almost 3 planets, so a couple more to go. Still loving the gameplay. Still loving the story. It's and the changes they made, I can't tell. So
now what would you say? You're halfway through, 3/4?
Probably just about halfway through.
All right. So at the halfway mark, if I was there and I put a gun to your head, which would be enjoyable.
So you want to put the wow? Okay.
Mr. No Guns over there wants to put a gun to your head all of a sudden. You're a special case.
That's right. Could be my love gun. Oh, never mind.
Hello.
What's I going with this? Well, yes. Give me a score halfway through. What would you give me? Just give me something out of 10.
Out of 10, I'm going to say probably about 8.5.
8.5.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's good.
Yep.
Cool.
Because I did experience my first crash this week.
You had a solid 9, and now you brought it down to an 8.5.
Yeah, it was a solid 9 because I hadn't experienced any of the weird stuff that everybody was having problems with, but it did crash on me actually twice. I'm not sure why, but it happens. It's a game.
You had Pornhub running in the background.
I didn't think it would cause a problem, but apparently it did. So I can't do that at the same time as playing Mass Effect. So
too much sex. There's just too much sexy going on.
Just too much sexy going on. So that's that. And then I've been watching Grimm, which was a TV show I started watching a couple of years ago, but I didn't realize Prime had the full series up. So I've been binging on all the episodes of that. I love that show. It's just an awesome show. So it's about.
What would you say Grimm is in 140 characters or less?
It is basically the Grimm fairy tales brought to life for in the TV show for real. People are Vessin, which is animals. They're able to mask their animal. I don't even know how to do it.
So Jay isn't here. So Jay isn't here, but I will ask this question on his behalf.
Okay. Is
Grimace in the game?
No.
All right.
But
they filmed that whole show in Portland, so there's always like stuff that I recognize if I ever watch it. They actually just had this giant warehouse sale of all the fucking shit that they've had in that show out here, and we were gonna go to it, but we ended up not being able to find a babysitter.
Oh man, that would have been hella cool, dude.
Well,
I definitely bought some of that shit.
You would have went to that, Joe.
Wardrobe, everything. Sorry,
Roloff would have beat you anyways. You would have went to that, and he would have been there.
That motherfucker. Yeah, only if there was a throne.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Fight a midget.
Anything else of relevance there, Sean?
Nope, I haven't really had a chance to play anything else, so that is it for me.
Now, let me ask you before I go on, you guys have any downtime with the holiday weekend, or are things more busy for you guys?
For me, it's not as busy. I mean, work was the same. My job never changes, doesn't matter if the holidays not, because they run 24/7. So for me, the only thing I'm doing is on Sundays, I'm going to visit my parents in Pennsylvania.
So what I was getting at is, things were slowing down, do you envision having more gaming time this holiday weekend than you would other weekends?
No, about the same myself. Yeah.
I'm personally hoping that with everybody sitting around with family and stuff, that they are reclusive and sitting in a corner shopping on eBay.
So you can be busy.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, well, I've been playing more of the Zelda there, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Unsure if you guys know that game just recently came out. But I've been playing some of that. And I got the collector's guide this week. I'm not sure if it's not the deluxe one that Los got, but just the regular poor man's hard copy collector's guide. And I've been using this thing like a fucking Bible. Let me tell you that. It's got this beautiful fold-out poster. And my strategy right now, because I've been, I'd say, underpowered in certain areas, is I've been holding out this fucking poster like I am a tourist here. I got this huge map set out on my desk, and I'm got the switch in my hand. I'm looking at the map, and I'm putting strategic pins everywhere there is a shrine on the map on my game itself. So I know where all these shrines are, and I can go there, and I can get the orbs and up my stamina and up my heart vessels and things like that. So it's kind of how I've been spending my downtime, because I need to go and unlock some new towers. Some of these towers that I have been encountering have been surrounded by many baddies, and if not some of them, they have some prickly thorns on them. And I need to burn those thorns, so I need to get some fire arrows and burn, baby, burn. So that's what I've been up to. Sort of slowly grinding my way through it, making some strategic moves.
Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize my mic was on. My bad.
I have a burn, baby, burn tattoo that is my wife's, the tattoo that my wife hates the absolute most out of all my tattoos.
If you are so inclined to listen to the punk rock and hardcore, there is a band from Boston that was called Sam Black Church, because they were from the area in West Virginia called Sam Black Church. And then they moved to Boston and started this band, and one of their big songs was Burn, Baby, Burn. And yes, it is the disco song, and they cover it. So check that out.
Nice. Mine is a baby carriage that's on fire, and it says Burn, Baby, Burn.
Yeah, I could see how that might not be her favorite.
And I got it the day, completely coincidentally, I got it the day where I agreed to meet Des for the first time, which is my stepson now.
Yeah, you're just hitting all the high notes on that day when you got that.
Yeah, really fucked up that day.
You really knocked everything out of the park.
It was on someone's flash sheet. I thought it was way too amazing to pass up based on my style of humor. So I got it. And then I was like, hey, check it out. She's like, you realize you just fucking agreed to meet my son, right? And they're just like, oh, hey, yeah, I guess you're right. Ooh, whoops.
How old was he at that time?
Like, not even 2 yet.
Yeah, so he couldn't read the words.
That's true. He could not read the words. That was not the issue, though.
Yeah, I know. All right. Let's move on to some of the notable releases of the week, gentlemen. Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition. Is that Fades like Hades? Is that how I should be pronouncing that? Or is that Fades, the Fire Fades? What would you say, Sean?
I would say Fades, the Fire Fades.
But I want it to be dramatic and call it the Fades like Hades.
Like Hades.
The Fire Fades.
Yes, it is Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition. Sorry for my humor. It's Friday. Just got off work, motherfuckers.
It's Friday.
All right.
Rebecca Black edition.
This next game is going to be the flavor of the week. It's called Flint Hook. It's a pixel platformer. Everybody was playing it at PAX. I don't know really how to describe it. There's a lot of hooks in the game, right? That's how you sort of traverse around the world. It's by climbing on these hooks.
It's real good. It's going to get its hooks in you.
The next one here is a Double Fine Joint, Full Throttle Remastered. Is that something? You're a Double Fine guy, aren't you, Joe?
Who, me?
I am. I play Double Fine.
I mean, I like a game, which I don't think it's remastered. I never even heard of the first one.
It's the classic graphic adventure game from industry legend Tim Schafer.
Yeah.
Telling the story of Ben Throttle. This was a LucasArts game from '95.
Yeah, I must have missed that one.
Alrighty. Well, now's your chance. The first episode of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. It's going to be out this week. A game that Jay and I have played on the Xbox, Rise and Shine. That's going to be on the PS4 this week. And last but not least, if Corey was here, he'd be fucking drooling all over the place. The Disney Afternoon Collection.
I'm drooling all over the place.
Yeah, drool.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was a cool-ass game. And then there's DuckTales, Corey's favorite game of all time.
Yep. Capcom's putting this out. This is from Backbone Entertainment, and that will be out on the 18th. So check that out, yo. Now, Sean, how many news stories do we have?
We have 9, sir. That is 9 news stories.
All right, let's get through these 9 stories. First up, Star Wars Battlefront 2 has leaked all over the place.
Shocking.
The new game will include a narrative-based campaign mode, and interestingly, it seems that it tells a story from an Imperial perspective, set after the destruction of the second Death Star at the end of the Return of the Jedi. Whether this is the only story that the campaign deals with, or if it's just one of several stories like the vignettes in Battlefield 1, remains to be seen. Vignettes.
Oh, I finally watched Rogue One. That's a good movie.
Being very
That's
classy
my
tonight.
take.
Classy.
What's that,
Classy.
Sean?
We're being very classy tonight. We're very classy tonight.
Yes, fancy.
Using all the big words.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Everybody's going to show their wang pretty soon. Shadow Warrior 2 is coming to consoles very soon. The game has passed certification, cert, as the developers would say, on consoles for PS4 and Xbox One. No release date revealed yet, but they are saying soon. So that will make Jay very happy because he's holding out for that. This next one I had in here for Jay, because if people remember the old days of Gamers in Beta, we used to go through all the games that were coming out during the week. and Jay would always have to read the Bandai Namco games. He was the Bandai Namco guy. And they are coming out with a new game, Prepare to Die. It's a stylized, I don't know, what would you say? You watched that, Joe. What do you think of that?
It's Prepare to Dine.
To dine.
Get ready to eat.
Read, prepare to. I saw a monster and just assumed it was die. Prepare to dine. And they're going to tease this new project on April 20th.
It's very like scratchy art, but super like anime in its presentation. Yeah, and it looks like they got like a gun blade, and all the bad guys look like the furry monsters from the Bone comics. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's super gothic as well.
They're saying here the fanged protagonist licking blood from her lips in the opening shot. Perhaps eating your enemies will be a key mechanic. The presence of gas mask, modern playing cards, and urban dumpsters suggest a modern setting. So they're going to be revealing that on April 20th.
Cool.
Next up, let's get some PlayStation news. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy will be out August 22nd. So if you're thinking of getting that PlayStation, Sean, this is something you'll be able to play on that. But I recommend playing Uncharted 4 first, because it was our unofficial game of the year.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm well aware of that, sir. Of course I would get Uncharted, because I'd like to see what all the hubbub is about. So, yes, right. I would be getting that.
So this is more from the some of the lesser known characters in the series from their perspective, and they're estimating that the campaign will probably be around 10 to 12 hours. That's what I'm hearing.
That's not too bad.
So Chloe Frazer is the main character in this game. So there is no Nathan Drake. I spoiled it for everybody. If you picked up the Uncharted 4 Thief's End Digital Deluxe Edition, Explorer Pack, or the Triple Pack, you'll get the Uncharted Lost Legacy as a digital download at launch. Just so you know. Moving right along. I wish Jay was here for this one because I want to get his opinion on this. Microsoft to offer refunds for digital games on PC and Xbox One. Now, if we were feeling real snarky, we would say, I want to refund everything, but we won't go there.
You can get your money back for the games, but you're still stuck with a fucking Xbox.
Ooh, deep cuts.
Right, and so let's see. Games and apps are eligible for self-service refunds within 14 days of purchase if you have less than 2 hours of playtime across all accounts. DLC, seasons passes, and add-ons are not eligible.
Sounds like what Steam just did.
Right. Now, I want to think about that. Is that something you guys... I guess I've just been buying enough of these games for forever that I just know it's a gamble, right? I've never come to think like, well, if I don't like this, I can get a refund.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've just kind of, I buy the game and, well, if I don't like it and then, it's something that's not for me or whatever, I'm just stuck with it. I mean, I don't think I've ever asked for a refund.
Mm. That's an interesting, just a way to change your thinking now that hey, if it's not something you like, get your money back. It's an interesting concept. And I've heard other developers on Twitter sort of bemoan that practice on Steam. They think it's well within people's rights to ask for a refund, but they say sometimes it's the nasty comments that they leave. Like, they just don't say, hey, this game isn't, wasn't my cup of tea. I want my money back. They really, really go for the jugular, and they want their money back.
This is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the bed. This is stupid.
Yep. A lot of that. And give me my money, by the way. Where's my money at? Alrighty. Let's move along here. State of Decay 2 will launch with 3 open world maps. So this is a zombie game. I'm not sure if either one of you are familiar with it. That came out on the 360. It was one of the last titles that was released on the 360 by Undead Labs. And they've been working on this one for a while now. And again, it's going to be an open world zombie survival game. And the fine folks at Microsoft just shipped me a State of Decay 2 custom controller today that I received. Not sure if you guys saw those photos in Discord or on the Twitters.
That is sweet. It's a sweet controller.
It's a sharp little. So they're saying each of these maps will be roughly the size of the map found in the original game. They'll each feature slightly different environments, different landmarks and locations, and will require different strategies in order to, wait for it, survive.
Shocking. Might have to check this game out, though, because it's supposed to be a Play Anywhere title, so.
Yep, State of Decay 2 is ostensibly an Xbox One exclusive, but it'll be coming to PC as well as part of Microsoft's Play Anywhere system. So you can check that out. Next, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is now available on backwards 1 compatibility. The Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are probably some of the better Call of Duty games in recent memory, so that's good news for people.
Yep, that was the one I stopped playing, that one, Black Ops 2.
It was so good you stopped, huh?
Yeah,
I believe it's Blops, guys.
Oh,
Blops 2.
Blops 2. Sorry, I was tired of what was the comment of the kids fucking my mother all the time? So I was kind of getting tired of that nonsense. So
Well, they built those things in you mute everybody. I know that's not really the way to play competitive games. You want to talk to your teammates, but that is built into their people. Let's get over to some Switch news. Joe, you were checking these out. The new Zelda amiibos out July 21st.
Yeah.
And they also got some other amiibos here in the photos. Some Final Fantasy. There is some Bayonetta.
Yeah.
3 Zelda amiibos, it looks like.
That Majora's Mask one is dope.
Yep, he's a shorter Link there. What's the middle one? Do we know?
Not sure. Cool, though.
They're cool. And
Twilight
now
Princess, I think.
What's that?
Twilight Princess?
Sounds right. Skyward Sword outfit and a Fierce Deity outfit. That's what you're going to get if you hook these things up. Where I was going with that is you can hook these things up to your Switch or your Wii U, and any Zelda amiibo drops stuff from the sky. So if you get these Zelda amiibos, you'll be getting a Skyward Sword outfit or a Fierce Deity outfit, plus a bunch of other things. I've been addicted to that every day. Fire up the Switch, plop all my amiibos down, and let all the stuff fall from the sky. Get plenty of raw meat and fish. Keep me nice and healthy and fierce on the battlefield.
Word.
Yeah. I know you guys are enthralled, I can tell.
Oh, yeah, amiibos are awesome. Woo! Oh, sorry.
Eating fish, that's tight.
Too much?
And this last bit of news here, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Nintendo Switch Bundle leaked by Nintendo Russia.
Well,
So if you're out there and you're thinking of getting a Switch and you also want to get Mario Kart, be on the lookout for a bundle that's going to have that in there. And other games coming up soon for the Switch are ARMS and Splatoon 2. But for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is out April 28th.
Did Snowden leak this? He's in Russia now, right?
Oh,
WikiLeaks.
Call back from
The
like
WikiLeaks.
a year ago. This one, this might be it. This might be the one I buy because I've always wanted to play Mario Kart. I never played it before.
Still a good game.
Let me rephrase. I have played it once or twice, but I really did enjoy that. So maybe this is where my Switch purchase will come into effect.
You said you didn't or did?
No, I did. I did enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choice, yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's all on the news I had for this week, 196, without Jay and Corey. This is a streamlined edition. Also, because I am have very little editing time, so we needed to get through this as fast as possible to get this up before I go on a little vacation of my own and my family. So this is a shorter, sweet edition of the Gamers in Beta podcast. Before we sign off, any sort of plugs out there, Joe?
Shout out to Corey. I missed your sound effects, not on this episode, so I'm just going to go ahead and...
Now, while you mention that, let's tell everybody, make sure you wait to the end of the show. Corey will be making an appearance to answer the question of the week. So hang on for that.
If you dare. You've been warned.
Anything else, Joe?
I made shirts, or I designed shirts, and because I got approved for a Merch by Amazon account, to where I basically just submit designs to them, and then they fulfill the orders entirely. And so I made ridiculous shirts, like with my face on them and shit. And I posted a link to one of them on Twitter if you're interested in a ridiculous t-shirt design where it's like a artistic rendering of my face that looks super pissed off and it says chill out on it. You can get that now, and it's only $15. Nice. Or you can get a sick Gamers in Beta shirt that I designed as well with an eagle holding game controllers. That's also sick.
As Jay would say, a bird. We get those bird shirts in still? Did you hear that?
I was laughing at that. Yeah, fucking Jay. We got the bird one.
We got the bird one still in there, guy?
Yeah.
All right. Sean, how about you?
I'll just shout out you guys. Shout out to all the podcasts that shout us out all the time. You know, I don't want to mention any names because I'll forget somebody, then I'm going to get shit for it. So I'll just say the community that we have here. And shout out to all the people putting responses in the Discord, man. That's awesome. It's a lot easier of a platform to put those type of responses in. So I want to thank all them peeps. And, that's pretty much it, I think, for this week.
I got to figure out my notifications for Discord on my phone. For some reason, they stopped popping up, and that's really annoying because I liked being active in there, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm not getting notifications when people are talking, and I miss hella stuff.
What's up with that, Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Gotta figure it out. I gotta maybe delete it from my phone and then reinstall it or something.
Or go to notifications under settings and see what's going on there.
Yeah, I never went and turned it off, though, so I don't know.
Give it the old turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on trick.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a shout out. I missed someone in our question of the week. D. Rogers, a loyal listener, he wanted to say that his answer is graphics and story as well as previous titles from getting a game. So put that out there. Thanks to all the listeners, everybody, for chiming in, whether you're doing that on Twitter or Discord. Thanks again. We miss Corey and Jay. We hope they have a great holiday weekend, as well as everybody listening. And we will be back in a week's time for episode 197, inching ever so close to 200. I think Sean's got big plans for 200, right, Sean?
Yes, I do.
You're the event coordinator for 200.
I am. That's correct.
So, who wants to be Jay for right now?
I can do it.
You sort of sound like
let's race.
Show.
Let's race.
Steam.
So, no, I'm not actually out of steam. I've been preparing for this moment. So, same beta time, same beta channel. Hopefully, Jay and Corey are with us next week. See ya.
Hey guys, Corey Howard here. Sorry I couldn't make it to tonight's recording, but I am at, yet again, another bachelor party. Hopefully this will be the last one for a while. But I am sending this to answer the question of the week. And I figured since we've become the go-to toilet humor / video games podcast, I figured I would send my response while I'm sitting on the can. So let's see if I can get you some disgusting sounds before I give my answer. Oh, that was real and gross. I'm sorry for how gross I'm being right now, but hopefully it's funny. But either way, what was the question of the week? What is most important to me when choosing a console? What is the determining factor? For me, it's always games. Games. It doesn't really matter how powerful your platform is under the hood if you don't have anywhere to go. You know what I mean? So games are always the determining factor. I was a diehard PS2 fan back in the day. Absolutely despised OG Xbox simply because I didn't have the disposable income for it. But actually, the only reason I was so pro Sony is because back then Rockstar had that exclusive deal with Sony, where that's where all the Grand Theft Auto titles would go. And as soon as that deal was up, and Grand Theft Auto came over to the OG Xbox, I went out and bought an OG Xbox because I'd been looking at Halo and Morrowind for a while, and I wanted to play, Grand Theft Auto now too. So that's my answer. Games. Always games.